Okay guys, welcome to a quick little evening video. Just a few things I want to say. Um, um, if you want to be, closer to people, if you want to bridge and have a closer, you know, somewhat of a bridge, could be a connection, but I'm saying sometimes you might not necessarily connect and become that close, but a bridge, at least a bridge in communication. And we'll go further to say actually having a connection too. If you want things to go well with people, you need trust, but how can there be trust without any honesty? So I'd say kindness is the key. Okay. Now, I've talked before about some different points. I want to just bring a couple of things up here. Just briefly, it's the end of a long, busy day, or part of the day. If you always are someone who is trying to follow others and manipulate others, and then other things too, such as con people and trick people and stuff like that. If you're looking for trouble with people and hassle, if you're following them by meddling and messing around with people, so you're following people and trying to manipulate them, a controller, if you like, a dictator as well, playing games with people, treating them like playthings, Basically, what's going to happen is you're never going to be happy within yourself. Okay, that's basically the thing. It's a person who doesn't have control over themselves. Someone who tries to control others, someone who follows others and tries to control others is not a person who is at peace with themselves. When I say happy, I mean at peace with themselves. And someone with a lack of control of themselves. Now I'm talking about control there in a good way. They don't have that good control over themselves. If you're a person who is, on the other hand, someone who is, just trying to control themselves in a positive way. I mean, not forcing themselves to do things they don't like, but I mean, if you're able to control yourself in any way, with having control of yourself, this mind for this body, so to speak, these words and these actions, and you are following yourself, you're not following others. That is not to say that, because I already said, that listening or reading or watching and all of that doesn't mean following, but you may be inspired or motivated by people, and but it doesn't mean that you are, following in a bad way, like just losing yourself, your head not knowing where your feet are going. What I'm saying, if you are following yourself, like if you're content with where your heart and mind is in yourself, that is to say you're not running away from yourself and trying to travel far out there to impress people, mingle with people, compete, compare, buy into other people's ideas and just play their games, gambling basically with your time and energy, basically putting trust or lack of, which is a certain belief, in things, because they say seeing is believing it, but feeling is the truth. Whether you see outwardly, even when you see outwardly, what you perceive that you see is actually the images that you put in your mind. It comes inward. It's an inward vision, but it's reprojected from the outside world. So it's what you're taking in. If that's not you, see, well, that might not be what's truly going on, is what I'm trying to say. So what we see becomes a belief, it becomes a knowledge, a knowing, a self-knowledge. And that can create an ego. It can create a prison of walls around you, so to speak, in your mind, where now it's creating limitations of where you can go in the real world, in terms of possibilities for you. So it's better to be humble. It's better to be silent sometimes and not try and force ideas and stuff like that, on people. Anything you say will be held and used against you. As I say, that it's true. Everything you show basically can be a target. So sometimes it's good to just be wise by being absent from the negative things. And an empty, clear blackboard like this is where all possibility can come. Right? So you need to see clearly the truth. You need a clean window. It's like looking out through a window or a mirror to see the truth. The light cuts through the dark. If any kind of food is dipped in some flavour, in some sauce or whatever, it's going to have that taste, whatever it's going to be, right? And the same for a colour, like paintings, a ball or rock, So if you see a picture of an orange, how do you know it's not a flat 2D picture? You need to look at it from all angles, right? But if you look and you can't see that, it's a three-dimensional thing. It's because of the light, right? The light shows things from all angles, so the light and the dark. As I always say, the real truth. So I talk about Tao, Tao, which is yin and yang. That's what I'm talking about. The light shows the dark, the dark shows the light. And there's two opposites to everything: the big and the small, the quiet, the loud. And what is and what isn't. Forward, back, all that. So, but the thing is, if you're always mingling with trouble, you're going to get that. If you're always doing dangerous things, you're going to get yourself into putting yourself in risk of harm's way. If you try and jump in the fire, you'll probably get burned. If you walk through water, you're going to get wet. Okay. If you walk through mud, you're going to get dirty. You know what I mean? So that's where it basically is. So you're like, the world might be changing around you, but it's like a dry desert with the occasional wind that will blow the grains around. But you have to traverse sometimes through deserts and different areas where things might be a certain way. In their, I don't want to use the word nature, but in their, set of circumstances, which may be unfortunate for them. But don't become losing your mind to follow the mistakes of others. Just continue to walk on in the direction you will. When they say you're walking, and you'll eventually come out the exit, you're going to a new entrance back now. That makes sense. So I'll finish this video here. I hope you just can save time and energy in your lives, all of us, by not trying to fight with people that hate themselves. Because weakness, the source of weakness, brings itself down ultimately. It doesn't bring any power towards itself to charge itself. Ultimately, it's more limited, whereas goodness, kindness, truth and light is unlimited. If you have a limitless, almost, realm of ideas and accepting, that kind of thing, then you'll have more of a chance of being that kind of person in your actions, from which you can bring forth for yourself and treat your life like a garden, a beautiful garden, from which the beauty comes from within, from what you see, from which you won't bring yourself harm and pain. Those who are fighting constantly are the people that are uneasy. They're always trying to control and manipulate things because they don't have control of themselves, you see. Whereas if you are not trying to do that, you're content and peaceful in yourself, you're free from that, and you're a person that will always have more chance to be not only strong in yourself, but potential of gaining more power for yourself. And that's the most important thing. As any strong camel that traverses the deserts will know to find water or whatever, an oasis. The traverse in the darkest of night even in the eye, even in the memory of a star's light. To what direction of the compass. So I'm going to give you two words here, okay? Humbleness is a word, but I don't want to use that. If you're honest, everything becomes easier, okay? Okay, I'm going to put this here. Self-honesty. Self-honesty, yeah, is kindness. Okay? Okay? Equals power. The true power. And I'm going to give you a little yin-yang symbol there. Okay? The symbol of yin and yang in the Tao. So take care. Truth is the way. Balance can only come from truth. And from a true foundation, a true living in yourself. Without that, everything falls apart. Doesn't matter where you go. Thank you for watching.